Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the garage, which is relatively tidy. Now, we've just had the long bank holiday weekend, so today is not a Monday, today is a Tuesday, and today is the first day of the new format of videos that I'm going to release. So these are going to be a week in the life of a part-time reseller. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. We'll have lots more to go through. So, the structure of my week is usually on a Monday morning, I will do my picking and packing. I will then go and do my 9 to 5 job. And then at lunchtime, I will go and post the parcels that I previously packed. I will also do some planning for the week coming up because eBay's week for me is Tuesday to Monday. So I will do some planning on Monday night. Haven't done that because it's been the Easter bank holiday. So I'll do some planning today. So first things first though, we've got to get these orders out. And there is an absolute load of them. There's not really, there's 8. So there are a couple of reasons why there are only 8, I think. Firstly, Easter bank holiday. I don't think anyone's particularly looking for items. I think they're spending time with families, etc. So there'll be less eyes on the shop. And secondly, and probably the most important one, I haven't listed anything for a week and a half. There's a couple of reasons for that as well. Firstly, I didn't build up a big enough draft bank, which I know some of you are going to be like, hey, why? You need a draft bank? And I know I do. I really know I do. But I didn't build up a big enough draft bank. And I've not taken any photographs. So I'm starting this week from 0 again. So I'm not going to be able to list any new stock this week until I get the photos taken and sent to my VA. So there's going to be a lot of ending and selling similar this week. And the reason all that's happened is we've not been very well in the house. So because of sickness and because I wasn't prepared enough, the eBay sales have tanked. So I've had 8 sales for a grand total of £114 and 90p. So all of them are really low value stock. I think only one is above that average selling price that I want to achieve. I think one of them is 22 quid. The rest are £15 and under. But let's go through and see what is sold over the weekend. B1602 is a t-shirt from Nickelodeon. It is Cat Dog, if you remember Cat Dog from the 90s, early 2000s. Great show. E804 is a Tommy Hilfiger quarter zip in maroon. That has sold for £15. It was up for 20. Somebody offered me 15. Taking it. That one came in the eBay buyout that I did last year, so it cost me £3. E1007 is a North Face shirt. It is just a short sleeve North Face shirt. Would have cost me 3 or 4 quid, I would have imagined, from a charity shop, and that has gone for 12. E205 is a very nice purple with a green pony. Focus, because it's focusing on me. Ralph Lauren shirt. That has gone for £16.99. Again, I think that one was listed for 20. Took an offer on £16.99. No, it was listed for 20. Somebody offered me like 11. That counted at £16.99. So this blazer has sold. This came out of a Boom wholesale sack, remembering each item cost about 4 or 5 quid. This is probably the second or third thing to sell. And this is sold for 22. Is it an extra large? So I've sold one of these Dickies Red Hawk jackets, and I picked these up for £5 each at the car boot, and they're all brand new with tags, but they do say grief on them. And the guy at the car boot said he started this company and he was liquidating all of his stock. So I picked up some Dickies trousers and I picked up some Dickies work overalls, and this is the first one to sell. But I've just noticed in the listing I haven't even got the size on there, so no wonder it's not sold. So there's a job for today. I need to go back to that listing because I've got 2 more of these and they're really well priced. They're like 15 quid, that's all they are. And I've not put the price on at all anywhere. I've not put the size on at all anywhere, so no wonder it hasn't sold. Definitely need to look at that today. Okay. And that is it, really. Time to get these packed. Right, so all of the items for eBay have been posted. It's now 8:47 AM. It's time to log on for my normal 9 to 5. So let's see what's happened over this long weekend. I always feel like I work in a call centre when I have these on. Hi, IT support. Normally I wouldn't have them on. It's just the kid's still on half term. It's really noisy downstairs. The dog's in the room making a load of noise. I need to hear what's going on. Right, so the time is now 11 o'clock in the morning. Any fires at work have been put out. Just got another call before lunch, and I've just had a return request come in. Now, return requests are part and parcel of selling on eBay, selling on any platform. I think the ones that hit the hardest are the ones that are the more valuable returns. So this one is for £44. It's a Carhartt rework gilet, and the ones that really annoy me, I say really annoy me, none of them really annoy me anymore. They used to annoy me a lot. I could not wrap my head around why people would want to return a £5 item, a £10 item. It used to just drive me crazy. but now you just get used to it. It's just part of the game. And I now offer 60-day returns, free returns, which I feel has helped the buyers have more confidence in their store. So I feel like, yes, whilst I do get returns, the amount of sales I get because I offer returns, I think, is probably higher. This particular item has been returned because it doesn't fit, which is disappointing because the size is on there. You know, it will say Carhartt, whatever size it is. I haven't even looked to see what size it is. But the measurements are all in the pictures as well. So you've got the pit to pit, you've got the collar to hem. There's even chest sizes in the item specifics. So for it to not fit is really disappointing, because I've done everything I can to give the buyer confidence that it should fit if they are a size medium or whatever size it is. So those are the slightly frustrating ones. You know, if the return was just didn't like it, I can totally understand that. They don't suit everybody. Not everything you buy is going to suit you. You're going to want to return it. But for the item not to fit, it's one of them. You've just got to take it on the chin and move on. You'll get the item back and you'll resell it again. And hopefully it sticks. I've had one Ralph Lauren shirt. It's a golf Ralph Lauren shirt, button down shirt, that has sold 3 times because it doesn't fit. All the measurements are in the listing, but people don't look at the listings properly. They can't do. So you're basically trying to wait for somebody who actually does look at the listing properly to buy your item. Otherwise, you just keep returning it. So, one of them. I think actually I've had 2 or 3 returns this week. They've not actually come back to me yet, but I think there's 2 or 3 on their way back to me. And they're all for doesn't fit, I think. Yes, one is a Gant t-shirt, which has sold 3 times, which I think is probably no longer worth it. You know, once it sells next, if it doesn't fit the next person, there's no point in me taking it back. It will cost me more to get it back than what it's worth. It's because Gant have advertised it as 4XL. It's clearly not a 4XL to a UK standard 4XL. It's more like a 2XL. But I don't have the ability to challenge Gant on their sizing. Again, in the title, it says 4XL. And I think it even says in the description, fits like a 2XL. And then all of the measurements are in there. But yet again, people have bought them and then turned around and said, it's not the size it says it is. So, just one of them. I'll crack on. Half an hour left before I can go and drop the parcels off at the post office. I've had no sales come in so far this morning, so it seems like it's going to still be a bit of a quiet week. And again, I've not listed anything, so I'm not expecting a massive spike in sales. So I'll do this meeting, we'll go to the post office, drop the parcels off, and then if we've got time, I'll do some planning ahead of the week. So we've just come back from dropping all the parcels off at the post office. Post office was really busy today. But pro tip, if you print all of your labels at home, and I just use Royal Mail, you can use their drop and go service where you just drop the bag and leave, and the person behind it, the postmaster behind it, will sort everything out. My particular postmaster is brilliant, can't fault him at all. Even if it's the biggest queue, he'll just literally open the door, tell me to drop the bag of parcels. I drop them in, and I'm in and out within minutes. So no hanging around in a queue like the rest of the people will. So we've just now gone on to eBay. Let me just, if you can see. And the first thing that I'm going to do is just review last week. So to do that, I just click on overview and last 7 days. And you can see that in the last 7 days, we are down 55.2% with total buyers. We have no repeat buyers, so that's not good. My clothes, shoes and accessories will always be my highest earners on the same period of time. So £70 a day, 28 quid, 13. Nothing on Saturday, which, you know, to be expected, I suppose. 54, and then so far today £25.49, and then these are the fees, etc. Now what I do is I put all that information into a spreadsheet. So at the top of this spreadsheet, I've got all the headers, so car boot, vintage, eBay, whatnot, charity shop, wholesale and other. That's for sourcing. We then move on to packaging expenses. We then move on to other and fees, etc. And then there's like one-off payments on the end. So if we go down to week 16, which is what it was last week, I had nothing sourcing wise other than wholesale, which was £305, which was from Boom Wholesale. I didn't have any packaging supplies that I needed to order. £47 was what I paid in postage, and £45 is what I paid in fees. And I also had to pay out £100 for the consignment deal that I've done. So we can see the out graph. Now the blue is how we did in 2024, and the orange is how we're currently tracking in 2025. Now for the out graph, really you want the orange to be lower than the blue, but as you can see quite consistently it is above that line. Now there are reasons for that. First reason, I now have more costs coming out of the account. I have a VA, so straight off the bat I now employ somebody to do the listing, so that has had a factor. I also now put all of the van costs through the business, whereas before I didn't have a van, I had my own vehicle. Any vehicle costs would come out of my personal account. Now the business owns the van, so then the business now owns the maintenance on the van. So all of this is included as well. And then these little spikes are like shop subscriptions, etc. Things that I know that are coming out, van insurance, things like that. So then we move on to the inbound. So we've just got the days of the weeks at the top and the totals down the right hand side. And again, on this one we're looking for the orange to be above the blue, and quite consistently it is mostly above. I mean, we had a big spike here and it come down a little bit here, but this week just gone is right down here. Not even £200 gone into the account this week. So this week is going to have a real detriment on cash flow. So we're going to have to be really precise on what we're going to order this week, if we order anything. So it might be that I don't order wholesale this week, and I might have to wait until the cash flow has improved. Now, I'm waiting for some Boom wholesale sacks anyway. So I was supposed to have one delivered today. However, it has been delayed because of the bank holiday. So I'm not overly fussed. I knew it wouldn't necessarily be here today. It was just that was when it was planned. So I'm kind of expecting it tomorrow or the day after now, which is fine as long as I get it this week. And then there's also one that I ordered last week, which is a branded sack, but the branded sack is not in stock, so it's a pre-order of branded sacks, so that takes 25 days potentially. But looking at what's come in this week, I need to just review the accounts to see if I can actually buy another wholesale bale this week. If I can't, then it might be that I just top up with a car boot at the end of the week. I do have some items that I've already got. I'm going to get the items that I get this week from Boom, and then I don't have anything for the week after potentially, so lots to ponder. Right then, so I think I've drawn up a plan for this week. So I will not be ordering any wholesale this week, just because I don't want to really constrict the cash flow over the next couple of weeks, because if I buy wholesale this week and I don't have another good week because I haven't got anything listed yet, then next week I really will have nothing at all in the pot to play with. So I'm going to not buy wholesale this week. I'm only going to spend £100 on sourcing stock for week 17. And more importantly, once I do get this bale from Boom Wholesale, I need to get it processed, I need to get it photographed, and I need to get it sent to my VA as soon as possible so that it can get listed onto eBay to try and help drive more sales. So that's the plan this week. £100 for sourcing is not a lot at all. So depending on whether, I think I'd prefer to go to the car boot to spend the £100 rather than the charity shop. Charity shop, I might only get 9 or 10 items for that £100. Let's hope we've got some good weather on the weekend, and then I can go sourcing at a car boot sale. So, yes, that is the plan. We've just got to hope that DHL delivers the Boom wholesale sack tomorrow, and then I can get it processed Wednesday night, Thursday night, get it sent off to the VA, try and recover it for the weekend. If it gets delivered tomorrow night, I really need to process it tomorrow night so I can get it sent to the VA tomorrow night, so he has 2 days to do the listings so that it's ready for Saturday, Sunday. That's what I need. And I think as well, on top of that, I need to delist, relist 10 items a day, I think. Now, normally this planning would be done yesterday, but because of the bank holiday it hasn't been done, so I'm already a day behind. But it should be okay. You know, this is the joys of being part-time. You know, I'm not reliant on this money for living, so there's a lot less pressure for me to have to do it, even though I really do want to build this business to something a lot bigger. So I put pressure on myself rather than my family needing it for support. Anyway, that's the planning done. So we've done all of the packaging, all the parcels have been dropped off. We've planned the week. We've got to make sure we execute on that week now. And that's my break over. Now it's time to get back to the 9 to 5 job, which takes me all the way to the end of the day, 5 o'clock. Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday. Now the Wednesday routine is that I am in the office all day, so normally nothing really happens on eBay, but I have just had a text message from DHL to say that they are delivering the Boom Wholesale sack today at 4:30, so I'll check back in with that. Right guys, it is much later on in the evening now. I've been home, I've had family with the dinner, the wife's putting the little girl to bed. It's 7 o'clock at night, and I'm definitely going to fail the plan from this week that we set. So I'm going to open the Boom Wholesale sack now, show you the bits that we picked up, but I'll still have to wash most of this. I'll still have to get it into various different piles of levels of stain remover, or whether I'm going to keep it, whether it's worth selling, etc., before it goes onto the actual pile of ready to list. And really flagging tonight, so it was a busy day in the office today. Now I know I don't do physical labour, so I'm not physically tired, but if you've ever sat in front of a computer for 8 hours solid and your eyes just and your brain just goes to mush, that's how I feel now. So there's really no point in me doing the photographs now. Like I said before, it's just not going to be feasible. So then you would think maybe Thursday night I could do it, but Thursday night I have other commitments. I play football on Thursday nights. It's something I've done for the past, I don't know, 6 years now on a Thursday night. So that's built into my lifestyle. So that's definitely not going to be missed. So then we're on to the weekend, Friday night, Saturday or Sunday. The more I think about it, the more likely it is that I'm going to be doing the photographs on Saturday. I will then send my VA the photographs on Saturday, which means he won't get them processed until the following week. So I already know that this week's sales are going to be low, probably non-existent, and into next week's are going to be low before I can kickstart the store again with new items. But anyway, let's have a quick look at what we've got in this Boom Wholesale sack. I think this is the unbranded sack again. So if you watched the last Boom Wholesale unbagging, you will see a very similar theme. They put the same types of items in to their sacks, so you consistently know what you're going to get. Right, let's kick things off. Well, this is a nice one. This is a SWAT combat jacket, but it does have a patch on it, so that's always nice. It's nice when they do have the patches on. So happy with that start. Oh, got a couple of them. Oh, I'll tell you what this is then. Ah, so this isn't the unbranded sack. This is the military wear. So I also ordered some military wear, but I thought it would all come together. Okay, that's changed this a little bit. Okay, cool. So this should just be military tops and jackets. So there's a quarter zip one there. I think I've just seen a Union Jack. Nice. Oh, okay, this is good. Good, this is going to be nice, quick, easy listings. It's going to all be very similar. Yeah, good. They're all good sizes, which is a key point I think for these so far. This one looks a little small. Yeah, that one's a little bit small, but it's a good good camo print, and again it's got a Union Jack on it. I about sold out of all the last lot that I bought. I bought a load last year. They all seem to sell pretty quickly, so in relative terms to clothing, like they've all sold within a year. I think I've got maybe two left on the hangers. But these all will do quite well. Nice. The thing I find with the army jackets and the army trousers is there's not many stains on them, you know, if any, so it's just a quick run through the wash for most of them, and then they're ready to go. So that's got a Royal Navy patch on it. Royal Navy patch. Okay, and that's the end of that bag. So that must mean I'm waiting for another bag then. Okay, good news that. Bad news is they should have both been delivered on today, so because they both had a 5 to 10 day delivery schedule, so now I need to chase Boom Wholesale to see where the other sack is. So yeah, I'm probably going to leave it there for Wednesday. Thursday, ooh, I might have some bits to post, but at the minute I'm pretty sure there's not a lot going on. I've probably got 3 items to post, so we'll pick that up in the morning, and I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to Thursday, guys, and I've only got one order to pack this morning, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to walk the dog in the park. eBay's been really quiet. I've not had to send out, I think I've sent out one offer to Watcher. I had another 0 sales day yesterday, which I think is like the 4th or 5th one that I've had so far this year, which I think, if memory serves me right, is the same amount that I had for the entirety of last year. So that's not great. I've actually got a video to watch by another YouTuber called Polish Pete. I think he had a 0 sales day yesterday as well, so I'll be quite interested to see what he says about it. I quite like that guy. So yeah, just out walking the dog. There probably won't be much to do today from an eBay point of view, or I can show you me picking and packing that one order. But really, I think it'll be pretty quiet today and tomorrow, and then as the work week finishes, the eBay week really ramps up over the weekend, so I'll have lots of listing to do, lots of photographs to do, and hopefully some sourcing as well at the car boot. But I'll check back in when I've got something reseller related. So we have one item going out the door, which is a Caterpillar men's heavy work shirt. So I'm just going to grab that now. There it is, red and black and grey. It's a really heavy wool lumberjack type shirt. That went for 14 quid. And that's everything that sold on, I think it actually sold Tuesday, so I do think that Wednesday was a no sales day. Let me just have a quick look. Oh no, it did sell yesterday, so it was the only thing that sold yesterday, so it wasn't a donut day. Just the Monday so far that's been a donut day. No sales yet for Thursday, but I'll keep you posted. It's packed. Now what's really strange is I was expecting my impressions to be lower because I've not made any sales, and it's quite concerning reading actually. It actually says that my listing impressions are up 4.6%. My click-through rate hasn't changed. My listing page views is up 1.2%. And my sales conversion rate is only down by 0.2%. Well, that doesn't feel right when you consider that I sell between 20 and 30 items a week. So it's about 3.5 items a day I sell on average. And over the last week and a half I've not been doing that, so it feels like those sales data aren't up to date. Although it says it is from the 25th of March to the 24th of April. Maybe February was worse than I thought it was. Anyway, not a lot I can do about that now. The thing that I need to remember is what I'm trying to build is not a quick business that I then drop after a year. I'm trying to build a business that I can sustain long term. And when I talk long term, I mean like 10 years plus. And I'm sure that in 10 years' time, if I'm still doing this, when I look back at the charts, it will just be a minor blip in the grand scheme of creating the business. But when you're in the blip, it feels really difficult because you can't see how you can get out of the blip. So I just need to remember long-term thinking, long-term strategy. Do things that are going to move the needle on the business going further. That's what I need to remember. I don't need to panic. I don't need to go and buy a load of stock. I don't need to put a flash sale on. I have good items. I know I have good items because I normally sell pretty steadily. a similar amount of items. And I don't really have much left from over a year ago. So I know that my items sell through quick enough for clothing. So I don't need to panic. I just need to remember long term. Anyway, I'm going to get this to the post office on my lunch break, and then yeah, we'll probably call that Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, and welcome to Friday. It's the end of the work week. Although I've still got Saturday and Sunday to work on eBay stuff. It's currently midday, so it means I'm on my lunch break, and I've just had a delivery from Boom Wholesale again. This time, it definitely should be an unbranded sack. Alright, just an update. Yesterday, Thursday, another donut day. No sales at all Thursday. So I've had 2 no sales days within 1 week, which didn't happen the whole of last year. So sales are really low, and it seems really strange because eBay keeps sending me messages saying promote your listings, promote using this £300 offer or whatever it is, and it feels like impressions and sales are being suppressed to try and encourage people to use their promotions. I'm not saying that's what happens, but the same way when Apple releases a new iPhone, the older models get slower. If you were eBay and you wanted a load more money, slowing traffic and then encouraging people to pay for promotions would be the way to go. Not saying that that's what's happened, but anyway, let's carry on with the wholesale sack. So what have we got here? This will probably just be a generic windbreaker from GSL. It's a nice one. What's this? St. Paul Indians. Never heard of it. Do some research into that one. There's a Harvard University jumper, which is a champion. Shouldn't be too bad. There's a very old champion. I'm going to tag on that one. Nice. This is brand new with tags. Oh, it's a brand new with tags. Guinness full zip. Can't go wrong with a brand new with tags, can you? What else we got? Haynes, Canberra, Farewell World Tour Cruise. Don't think there'll be a lot in that one. Oh, yeah. Nice wolf fleece, front and back. They've always done quite well for me. I think you usually get two or three in one of these, and they've all done pretty well. And this is a small. Is this fat face? Nice. last time I had a golf one of these. This is the shooting one. It's quite nice. It's from a brand called Canada. There's not a lot of value in this, is what I'm finding, but because it's a specific activity, it seems to do quite well. It seems to get quite a lot of eyes on it. So just a classic Feels woolly jumper. That's quite a nice one. Again, it's a crocodile playing pool. Can't go wrong. This will just be a woolly jumper, cable knit. Should be okay. Oh, here we go. That brand again. Always seems to do well. It's not as wacky as the other ones that I've had, so maybe it doesn't hold as much value. Last ones I had, you know, the last one had a heart on it. The one before that was like had a picture of a house on it. Still should do okay. It's got some funky buttons on it. Friends Together. Oh, it's like a Winnie the Pooh thing. It's a bit stretched out. I don't know if there's any saving that. Looks like a hand knitted one, that one. This is from a brand called Your 6 Cents. Oh, that's alright, that's quite a nice little one. The wife might like that one. Bit of a knitted woolly body warmer. Right. Up here. Oh, Gap. It's like a Gap overshirt. Shacket, as they say. Good colour. Some more army jackets. Seen them earlier on. Fat face shirt, you know, the standard stuff. Some fat face chinos. Some more fat face chinos. Oh, they look like, are they jorts? Shorts? 3/4 length shorts, whatever they are. Oh, hang on a minute. What is this? I mean, it's got a bit of staining on it, but there's stain in there. But that is smells old. The leather. Size 12. It's got the padding in as well. Shoulder pads. That is nice. Like that. You see, this is why an unbranded sack is so good, because it is unbranded, but it's a motorcycle jacket with low patches on it. You know, when you're paying £5 an item from a sack, it's going to go for more than £5, isn't it? So, very nice. This one is Fat Face Pack Away Mac. This one. A Fat Face jumper. I do love the brand Fat Face. I think it has a really good following of people that want to buy it. It holds a decent value. I think people sell it for cheap. Boom sell it as an unbranded brand because it's not your high-end Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, if Tommy Hilfiger's even high-end anymore. But when Boom sell a branded sack, it has Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, Nike, Adidas, that kind of thing in the branded sack. Brands like Fat Face and Orvis, they don't ever make it into them, but that makes it a lot better for me. I got one of these in the last one. Nice. And another one. Good stuff. So I think we've only got a couple of t-shirts left now, but looks like we've got a single stitch, a vintage Fruit of the Loom. What's that in the tree? Oh, a couple of the gorillas. That one should be okay. Another Guinness polo. They seem to do okay for me, Guinness stuff. Oh, that one definitely will. It's got the little, look at the logo on that one, it's got a little, nice. Is it a toucan? Is that what it is? Is that what, yeah. What's this one? Fruit of the Loom, heavy cotton, spring, summer, autumn, winter. The Seasons of Ireland. With sheep. Basically, you always need an umbrella, according to this one. Another Guinness rugby shirt. Another Guinness polo shirt. That has got the Irish clovers on it. Looney Tunes. Made in Bangladesh. Let's see when it was made. It's nice. Trying to see when it was actually printed. Some of them do quite well. I think this is a more modern one. Yeah, that looks more modern to me. Oh, this is a Musto. It's a bit plain. It'd still probably go for about 10 to 12, I would have thought. Might be able to get 14. We have a rugby shirt. Northampton Rugby Football Club. It's a nice shirt. Decent. This is a British Airways is Great t-shirt. Now it looks old. Is this double stitch? Maybe some aero memorabilia is okay. I'm not holding my breath for that one, like. No, that one. The Experts in Paranormal Investigation Kit. Spectral sightings. I don't know. This is from a brand called Spider. I've sold a jacket before. However, this is a very thin see-through t-shirt, so don't really imagine there's going to be a lot of value in that. Good brand though. Oh, we actually have two of the same t-shirt. So if it's the same size, we'll have a nice little multi-listing. World Cup Rugby France 2023. It's a nice rugby polo there, long sleeved as well, which is good. This is a fat face, and it says "Let it snow" on the front. Ploughing since 1988. Probably not much call for that in the UK. I think we do much ploughing in the UK of snow anyway. Gildan. Oh, it's a Goonies. It says Truffle Shuffle. That one should do okay. This is a modern Nirvana. It does say that on the back. We have another Guinness polo. And last but not least, we have got, it's on a tiger tag. That's a pretty cool graphic. There we go. So this weekend I now have plenty to be getting on with. So the goal for this weekend is to get all of this photographed and get it sent to the VA so that next week we can have a better week. Kind of writing this week off for eBay. Any sale is a bonus at this point. So we've had no sale day yesterday, currently on no sales today. I've done the end listing sale similar for the past 3 days, hasn't really had any effect. Really annoyingly as well, I've had 3 returns. 2 have come back to me and they're all not fit, so that's not great. I think the total was 80 quid over the 3 items. So when you're not earning money and people are sending you money, sending stuff back and then requesting refunds, it's coming out of next week's money already, because at the minute my account says minus, I think it says minus 20 quid or something, because we've not made enough money this week so far. So I'm hoping that picks up a little bit so we can cover the cost of these refunds for this week. I'm going to call Friday though. Saturday, I'm still a bit up in the air as to whether I go to the car boot on Saturday or Sunday. Saturday car boot has just opened at Measham. However, it's usually not as good. But on Saturday, I have a hard stop at midday. So I can't do anything after midday because I've got a 80th birthday party that I need to go to. So I either do a couple of hours of listing and then go outsourcing Sunday morning and then carry on listing, or I source Saturday morning and call that sourcing done for the week no matter what I get, because I've got stuff to go at, or I don't source at all this week. Oh, I'm not going to source at all this week. I know that's probably a bit pants for you guys because you won't see car boot video at the end of this, but I think it's the right call. Got enough here to get on with. Don't need to go sourcing. Try and save as much money as I can this week by not sourcing. Yeah. See you later. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you very much. That was the post lady. With another return. Which is the Carhartt rework. So there you go, all the returns are back now. So yeah, that's Friday done and dusted. Gonna go get something to eat now and then carry on with my 9 to 5. And then I'll see you tomorrow for a little bit of a photo session. Right, let's get Saturday started the right way by taking some photographs. Got a lot to get through in a short space of time today. So, let's get to it. So far I have done 20 and I've just come to this beautiful piece. All the stains come off it. So that's really good. It looked like it was just emulsion paint, so a quick baby wipe and good to go. Right, so this is the 20th item I've photographed so far. Got a long way to go. Right, it's much later on now. Finished the 80th birthday party. I managed to get 33 pictures done in the end in about 3 hours. 2.5 hours. So not too bad. Some of the items needed a bit of a clean, so I've made a pile for that. Just trying to work out what are my quick wins for Sunday morning. What I like to do is start with quick wins and then get the momentum of doing photography for the rest of the day. So there's no sourcing tomorrow, there's no interruptions tomorrow. I am literally getting in this garage for about 9:30, and it will be 9:30 until I've finished that pile, which isn't a lot. So I think there's another 30 odd items there. So I'll just show you my quick wins. So these are my quick wins. So we've got a Harry Potter First Edition box set, that'll be nice and easy. A brand new and sealed frustration game. Some GHD straighteners, I've already tested them. I'm just going to run a baby wipe over them and hopefully they'll be alright. Same with these little Nikes, they're pretty clean, just need a quick baby wipe over them. Should be okay with them. These trainers, paid £10 for these trainers. They're by a brand called Keen. Should do okay, should be 30 or 40 quid on them, but they're pretty clean, so they're pretty much ready to go. I've got a riding helmet, which I've actually had since last year. I just never got around to listing it, and sort of riding season went out the window. I've got a Le Creuset set, so I've got 2 little ramekins. It's a more modern set, so it's not going to be worth that much, maybe 30-35 quid. And I think I paid 2 for the ramekins. Did I pay 10 for the lot? Maybe 10 for the lot. And then my other quick wins are, I've got a load of baseball caps that I can list. So some band baseball caps. So that's Saturday done. One more day left of the week. Hopefully we finish strong and I can actually get some listings up next week. One day left. And just like that, it's the end of the week. So it's Sunday morning, I'm actually ahead of schedule. It's 8:30 in the morning and we're already going to be starting the photographs. I want to get this done as quickly as possible so I can send it as early as possible to the VA. Now there won't be much filming done today because I need my phone to take the pictures. So I will check back in once I've completed this part. Well, it's now 10:20 and the table is empty. So I've done 37 items this morning. So we started at 8:30. 2 hours, 37 items photographed. Nice and easy. That means I've got a total of 70 items to send to the VA now. Hopefully you'll get them processed in like 2 days, 2 or 3 days. So maybe in time for next week's eBay sales. I'm going to wrap the video up there. I really do hope that you've enjoyed the new format, and if you have made it this far into the hour or so long video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week for another jam-packed filled week of eBay stuff. Bye.